What's up, everybody? It is JY. We are here with the Chris Wormley and Friends show on the Steelers Crazy podcast, a sick media production partnered with Yinzer Crazy. I'm here with Mike, and man, a short week. We have the Browns, so we're not gonna keep Worm too long. Want him to get a good night's sleep, but let's get to it, man. Toledo's own, Michigan's own, and Pittsburgh's own now. The Chris Wormley and Friends show. Sammy, roll that thing.
It was Wormley who got to him first. He's having a big day.
Man, so I guess let's get to it. Obviously, it was a tough week, and let's bring Mr. Worm in himself. What's up, Chris?
Fellas? Fresh to death.
What's going on?
Good. I'm back off the IR. I was doubtful. I was here. I just wasn't able to show myself, but we're back. Bounce back week, short week.
For both of you.
Yeah, really. Obviously, it was a tough loss. We have to talk about it a little bit. 17-14. Just locker room feel. What went wrong on the field?
Yeah, I think when you look at the game and you watch it, I've watched it 2 or 3 times now, and when you look at it, really, it comes down to those weighty moments that Mike T really talks about a lot. We got a turnover with Minka, which I think put us in a good position earlier in the game after our offense had just given up a pick. And then, we had that muff punt that really, I think, set us back a little bit. And then on the defensive side of the ball, when you look at it, they were just we allowed them to convert on those third downs when we knew that we had to stop them. And then that last 2-minute push, we really had to stop them to, make them kick a field goal. They ran out the clock, and then when they take a knee, that's never a good sign for the defense and for your team. So when you look at it, it's just maybe 2 or 3 plays here and there that really got us. And in the NFL, that's kind of how it goes. One play here, one play there, really can define a game.
Yeah, definitely. So on the other side of the ball, I know you're close with quarterback Mitch Trubisky. Just talk about the level of confidence that the team has in him and that he has in himself.
Yeah, I think Mitch is an incredibly confident guy. He's been a top guy in the league, and he's been a top player in college and in high school his whole life. So the confidence that he has, I think, is unwavering. And I think we, as a team, look for that in a quarterback and someone to lead the offense. And as teammates, we know what Mitch can do. We've seen him in the league, the past 5 years. We know what he did in camp, and he had a really good camp for us. And look, it's early in the season. I know Steelers fans are crazy when it comes to their sports, especially football. And they're quick to have a reaction. But I think the mood in the locker room is we're patient. We're looking to obviously win games. Obviously, losing is unacceptable. But we're also not going to put all that blame on Mitch. Mitch isn't the one that is making plays on defense and special teams, and we also have to make plays on all 3 phases of the game. So some of that criticism that Mitch has been taking this week, he might be one of the guys that takes that criticism and really uses that to his advantage, and I think that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously, again, it was a tough loss, and even though everyone else lost in AFC North, so you guys are actually in first place right now. So kind of, if we're going to be optimistic a little bit, I think that it wasn't that bad of a day after watching the other games. So what was Mike's Tomlin's message like, post game? Obviously, it's early in the season, short week as it is. Just moving forward, what was the mood, and just kind of, saying the standard is the standard?
Yeah, obviously, like I said, we don't want to lose a game. But when you look for the rest of the day and the other AFC North division teams lose, you kind of feel a little better maybe. And also with it being a short week, you don't really have time to dwell on what happened or what went wrong in that Patriots game. we're looking to right some wrongs and stay atop of that AFC North division with a big win Thursday night.
Yeah, Worm, you talk about highs and lows, man. We went through 17 weeks of this last season, so you know how it goes. We're gonna be here, we're gonna be there. That's the nature of the National Football League, and that's the joy of all of this. Let's transition. You guys are playing a team that Jordan just referenced, the Cleveland Browns. I think you're quite familiar with them by now. You've been in the AFC North for a little bit now. Obviously, this is a game that is important. Coach Tomlin stresses every game, naturally, as you should, but AFC North games, they're different, man. They hold a little bit of a different vibe. First and foremost, we talked a little bit off air. You guys play Sunday, and then you jump into Thursday a couple days later. What's the process like expediting that? What has kind of the preparation been like this week?
Yeah, so we had a day off yesterday, which was nice just to kind of hit the reset button, watch film on your own, critique yourself. Came in today, had a really good productive day of game planning, but really combining 2 days into one. And it's going to be kind of that same mode tomorrow when it comes to game planning and practice. And then we hit the road on some charter buses up to Cleveland. And it being a night game on Thursday gives us that extra, 7 to 8 hours to hit the, final touches on a short week. And if there's anything that needs to be done between, 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. before the game starts, we're able to make those adjustments. So it really gives us, an extra day, if you will, before the game on Thursday to make sure that, we dot our I's and cross our T's for what is a really big game really early in the season.
What is it like riding that bus and bring you back to high school, college a little bit? Kind of fun?
Yeah, definitely high school. The mood on the way to the game is always, pretty light. We're trying to stay light, stay, focused on the game, obviously, but still try to not think about the 2-hour bus ride that we have. But after the game, when we win, it's always a great feeling. It's a little more relaxed. Everyone's having a good time. We're walking around, and we know that we just beat Cleveland and have a nice 2-hour ride back home. That's what it's been in the past. The last 2 years I've been here, and we're looking to do the same on Thursday night.
Just picturing you guys like packing your turkey sandwiches and throwing paper airplanes at each other.
I think we get Chick-fil-A, which it's a little upgrade from the turkey sandwich, but it's still that blue collar hard hat mentality when you're taking buses instead of flying in the nice planes.
I can't complain about that whatsoever. What's your Chick-fil-A go-to sauce? I gotta ask.
Just the Chick-fil-A sauce, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
That or the Polynesian. You can't go wrong with either of those two, and they're a staple of Chick-fil-A. So little side note.
Fair enough. We're getting all the important questions out of the way.
No doubt.
So, want to bring something up. It's a strange transition after talking about Polynesian sauce. You guys are underdogs. You guys are 5-point dogs heading to Cleveland. Your buddy Cam Hayward was asked last week prior to the Patriots game. He said, you see you guys are underdogs. He basically said, I don't care. I don't look at this. That's for the guys in Vegas. Is it chalkboard material? Do you guys, think about that a little bit?
No, not at all. I mean, that was the first time I heard that we were, 5-point underdogs. And to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter, especially when it's a division game. Most of these games that we play, we play 6 of them a year. They usually go down to the wire, and they're the most important games of the season. So we're looking to go 2-0 in the division and continue to stay on top of the North, like I said before. But when it comes to betting and all that stuff, I'll leave that for the fans and people who are trying to make money off us.
Yeah. It hasn't been too good this season, Warm, for myself. So, all right. So we're going to transition to our favorite segment, Worm Association. Go ahead, Sammy. Roll that thing. All right. So we're just going to fire them off. You know how to play the game, Worm. This is your own game. So you might see it in Giant Eagle or something soon. You never know.
I need some royalties off that then.
Yeah, there you go. Worms pierogies.
There you go.
All right, so we'll start it off. Brian Flores.
One more time.
Brian Flores.
Oh man, love him. Let's see, as a coach, it's he's been a breath of fresh air for us, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And really, when it comes to the run game, he's been one of the main guys. Obviously, we have all of our defensive coaches, but he's really been able to put a staple and put his imprint on how we need to be able to stop the run. And I think these first 2 weeks we've kind of showed that we've kind of turned that around a little bit. Obviously, bringing Tyson back, him being healthy, and Miles Jack to the mix has been a plus as well. But you put a defensive mind like Brian Flores on the defensive staff, only good things can come from that.
Yeah, I mean, dude should be a NFL head coach. So to have him on the coaching staff is just awesome. Okay,
Absolutely.
so I don't even like saying this because it's still Heinz Field to me. Aryan Shore Stadium. I know you tweeted out about it during the preseason, but does it still feel like the same? I know that I seen that they brought Heinz back, but just what are some thoughts that come with the new name?
Yeah, it's a little different. It doesn't roll off the tongue as well as Heinz Field, and it was weird when I walked into the stadium for pregame warm up just by myself. There was still some Heinz, signage, which I was like, okay. The whatever drama or beef there was, or whatever you want to call it, isn't as bad as people think maybe. But yeah, Acrisure Stadium is still the same structure, if you will, as Heinz was the years before. Yeah, it's nice to see Heinz still have a little presence in the stadium. It makes it feel like home.
Yeah, if only we can get them ketchup bottles back.
I like how
I wonder where they were at, though. I wonder where they're at.
We saw them on the highway.
Yeah.
All right.
I seen someone posted that they were driving to work and the Heinz thing was on like the back of a flatbed truck on 28.
I just hope it's not going to a landfill. I hope some crazy Steeler fan bought it and is putting it up in their backyard somewhere.
Spent like $80,000 and just put it in their backyard, bought some tarp and be like, this is Heinz Field, baby.
Hey, the Halloween decoration. It's a great Halloween decoration.
Yeah.
Or Christmas.
Yeah. Good point.
Might as well leave it up all year round if you're paying $80,000. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Maybe just live in it.
Yeah. All right. We'll move on. Nick Chubb.
I mean, he's more top 5 back in the league, especially when you put him behind that Cleveland Brown line, who's for the most part have been together for 5 or 6 years now. They really kind of solidified themselves as a top 5 offensive line as well. And then you can't even say Nick Chubb without Kareem Hunt. I think they're the best 2-back duo in the league, and that's going to be our main focus, the defensive line Thursday night.
Yeah, definitely. So another one is an old teammate, Joshua Dobbs.
Yeah, hopefully he's not giving all our offensive secrets away.
I know. Browns are sneaky, man. They seem to do that. They seem to get – I know a few other players that former quarterbacks that went there for a few years. So still hasn't worked.
Dobbs is probably the smartest guy in the league. He's
rocket scientist,
rocket aerospace engineering degree. He plays chess like a wizard, and he's one hell of a quarterback too, especially about his athletic abilities and his ability to run and pass the ball. It definitely is a threat that we got to be careful of on Thursday night.
Definitely, and one more before I turn it over to Mike, the AFC North.
I think it's going to be one of the toughest divisions in all of football. I know the AFC West has those teams out there that are looking good, and the NFC West as well, and even the AFC East is looking good too this year. But I think when you look at the weight of our games each week, what it comes down to, who we play, and the type of talent that we have in this division, you could find a game each week that we're playing when it's a division game, and that could be a top game in the league each week. So I think we have the best division in football, and it's going to be a fun game on Thursday night for everyone to see, if you have Amazon Prime.
Oh, that'd make everybody over 60 years old a little angry.
Yeah,
but maybe they're not watching on YouTube.
My grandma was in town this past weekend, and she let me know about the whole Amazon Prime thing and not being able to watch the game Thursday. So
it's intimidating, but it's not that difficult. I get the intimidation factor.
Yeah, she figured out the digital tickets this weekend, so I think she can handle most things. So she's capable of doing a lot when it comes to the tech world.
Next thing you know, she's going to have Disney Plus, Paramount Plus. She's going to be all of those, man. You're going to be taking her Hulu password.
Yep.
No free advertising. Speaking of just really, really good things in the community, I want to talk about this package that they rolled on CBS. I'm not sure if you saw this on Sunday. You probably have heard about it. Obviously, you didn't see it. You weren't watching the game. Anyway, you had a great community venture last week. You were helping out the education partnership, fulfilling some Pittsburgh school district with some school supplies. We got a great picture of you here that we threw up. Tell us about why that's so important to you.
Yeah, so this is my second year partnering with the education partnership, and my second year going back to Mifflin Elementary. It's a K-8 school, and I got to give every single student in that school supplies for the year. And I mean, I think education is one of the most important things in this country and in what you want to do in your life. It allows you to explore a lot of things. And how can you learn and how can you be the best student you can be without, just basic essential school supplies? And to me, it doesn't seem like a big thing, but when you see the kids' faces and you see the teachers come up to you afterwards and just thank you for taking, it was something that, I look back on it just, it was last week or whatever, and I did it the year before, but it's really cool to see the responses and the kids. Every single kid in the school wrote me a thank you letter, colored me a little football, like a little football, like just piece of paper, and said, "Thank you, Mr. Wormley," which kind of made me feel old. But when you get to see things like that and you see how appreciative everyone at school is, it's all worth it, and it's super cool to be a part of something like that. And a lot of thanks goes out to the education partnership as well for putting it on and for helping out. It's an amazing organization that they have going on. And I think they said they're servicing like 63,000 Pittsburgh students this year when it comes to school supplies and things like that. So it's amazing work that they do.
Absolutely incredible stuff from our guy, Chris Wormley. You're watching the Chris Wormley and Friends show here. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, The Sick Podcast, Steelers Crazy, Twitter at SickPod Steelers, at Yenzer Crazy Show. And of course, make sure you follow Big Worm. You can find him on all of those platforms. We're tagging him, tweeting at him. We'll hit you guys with some awesome quotes as well from this episode this week prior to the Steelers facing the Browns. Hey, let's continue with this giveaway theme. We want you on this, Worm, just for fun, because you know what? I saw you retweeted it. This is a big part of our show moving forward. Love keeping fans happy as well. And we got your boy. We got Tyson Alualu. We got an awesome signed photo from him, Jordan. We're giving it away to a lucky fan tonight. Might make somebody's day. So I'm going to go ahead and announce that right now.
Let's do it.
The winner of the Tyson Alualu autographed photo. Yeah, drum roll. I was just going to ask for it. Look at you. Way ahead of me.
He was right.
How long should we draw it out? Like an American Idol winner right here? Like
I'll get the Jeopardy. Sammy, cue the Jeopardy music.
We got to make sure Worm doesn't get injured. He's going to be doubtful.
I'm falling down
with arthritis. All right, the winner is Michelle at Math Girl. I love picking that handle because it reminded me a little bit of maybe she's a school teacher. Definitely has some roots to her in education system. So Michelle, it says Tech Nerd on her profile as well. Maybe a friend of Josh Dobbs. Who knows? You have won at Math Girl. We'll tag you after this. Hopefully you're watching this show. Congratulations. We'll send that Tyson Alualu autograph out to you. Worm, you can't beat that. What a great ending.
No, it's awesome. Big Tyson, happy to have him back this year after missing most of the season last year. And shout out to the Tech Nerd for winning the photo. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Hey, one more thing I had to say is that you said last year, I was letting you guys talk, is that it's always better winning in Ohio. I think you said that.
No doubt. Yeah, I was 0-3, I think, in college. So being able to win no matter where in Ohio is always a great thing. And we, our first game against Cincinnati, we beat them. So that was a sweet feeling, and looking forward to doing that again on Thursday. So it's going to be a fun time on Thursday night.
I just learned something from our friend Brooke Pryor. Saw her reporting. This was really interesting to me, and I don't know if I'm going to get it 100% right, but I think she said Mitch Trubisky's first ever high school game that he played was in the stadium, First Energy Stadium, that you guys are heading to on Thursday. Pretty sure, don't quote me, but it was something along those lines. So really cool stuff. Hopefully he can channel some of that success he had in high school, and hopefully you all stay healthy and get a victory. Either way, We'll see you next Tuesday. Can't wait for that. Thanks as always for joining us on the Chris Wormley and Friends show. Always a good time. Chris, good luck. Enjoy that bus ride and that Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate you guys today.
See you next week. Be safe. Yeah, man. Just, again, an awesome guy. Talking Steelers football. It doesn't get any better than this. And just remember, if you are watching on YouTube or Facebook, comment sick. If you are listening on audio, please leave a 5-star review and write sick. And just remember, everything we do, it's going to be sick, and it's a good sick. You're not going to be over the trash can. You're going to be celebrating.
People are probably sick watching me today, man. I was playing with my hair. It's way too long. I need a haircut. Yeah, making weird face motions on and off the screen. Look at you, man. You need a haircut too. The barbers, man, they might be hurting out there. I don't know what it is. It's
my brother.
It's time for Jake to grow it out in the wintertime, but we still got some sun. At least I was able to rep the early bird gets the warm t-shirt over here. But next time, man, I got to do a better job of my hair.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, yeah, that's true. It's true.
You killed me low key there.
I was trying to think of someone that you looked at in football terms, and just Jim Nance came to my head, and I don't know why. So, Sammy, we got to
leaving on that note.
This week's all crazy. The Steelers Crazy podcast, the Sick production, the Chris Wormley and Friends show, Yins Are Crazy, JY, Mike Nicastro, Pittsburgh Steelers. Play that, Sammy.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast Steelers Crazy on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.